So I can study at 5 a.m. I can study at 2 a.m. It doesn't matter. I can study whenever I like. I can study in the garden. I don't need to be sat in a lecture hall. It's very, very flexible. And tutor is amazing. He comes back to me super quickly with any questions that I've got. My name is Harriet, and after finishing my A-levels at college, knowing that I didn't want to go to university, I got an apprenticeship at the law firm where I currently am now, and then worked my way up to be an apprentice legal assistant. I was then made a legal assistant in our conveyancing department and quickly realised that conveyancing wasn't something that I wanted to do, and the opportunity came up to move into our family law department, and I've been there ever since. They can't get rid of me now. It's because I just know that family law is where I want to stay. So currently I'm a trainee lawyer in our family law department. I chose to do the CILEX route through Law Training Centre, started at CILEX Paralegal and qualified as a CILEX Paralegal. And I'm now on the CILEX Advanced Paralegal course, which I'm due to take my last exams for in January 2026. I've always been interested in the law, and after getting into it at A-level a little bit more, I really enjoyed it and thought this is something that I will want to pursue for the rest of my sort of working life, if you like, and especially family law, which is where I specialise now. I just like how it's so real and affects people on a day-to-day basis. I looked through sort of what pathways were on offer with our head of learning development, and Law Training Centre just seemed very flexible. And especially I liked how the CPQ was split into 3 sort of levels, which made it quite clear to follow, and it gave quite a clear route to this is how you can eventually become a CILEX lawyer. So that's why I chose the path I'm currently on. Very much a homebody. Knowing I didn't want to go to university, the apprenticeship gave me the route to just work around family life, and I can study sort of as and when I like, which makes it super flexible. So I can study at 5 a.m. I can study at 2 a.m. It doesn't matter. I can study whenever I like. I can study in the garden. I don't need to be sat in a lecture hall. It's very, very flexible, and tutor is amazing. He comes back to me super quickly with any questions that I've got. There are challenges, just as in juggling work and study can be quite intense, and my job is quite intense anyway, so there's definitely moments where I felt a little bit stretched, but having a structured study routine and then support from both my workplace and Law Training Centre sort of helped me stay on track with that. Support provided by the tutors has been amazing. I've had Stephen for my last exam, which was family law, and I had Louise for crime, and they were both really helpful. And there's parts that they sometimes come back to me with an explanation and I still don't quite understand it, but they'll reword it differently if I go back to them until I do understand it, and that is really helpful. We have the online textbook, which is helpful. You can highlight online and add your own notes to the textbook if you like, but I am very much a paper girl, so I am the type of person that works from a paper textbook and has like 1,000 post-it notes stuck in it. So but I find the CILEX textbook very clear, and like I say, if anything is unclear, the tutor's very good at rewording it and explaining it in a slightly different way. If it's around my job, I can just log into my online textbook and I can revisit topics whenever I need to, which helps for preparing for exams. It sort of kept me in control of my learning, and I know that when my work gets hectic, I won't get behind because my work will eventually quiet down, so I can just adjust and keep it at a manageable speed, study and work and what I need to prioritise that week, really. Find the mock exams the most useful that are put on LTC's website, and I can send them to my tutor to mark, or there's often the answers there anyway. They've been the most helpful for me because they give you a good sense of what you're going to be sitting an exam on. Started as an apprentice receptionist, and I'm now a trainee lawyer, and that's been in about a 5-year period, maybe slightly less, but obviously I've been working on the job as well, so I feel like I'm not too far behind my colleagues that have sort of gone the traditional route and qualified through going to university and then qualified by doing a training contract, because I've been working alongside lawyers for 4 or 5 years now. You see so many different things that you need to come into that you might not necessarily have seen if you had gone to university. So I'm hoping to eventually do the CILEX lawyer qualification to qualify to become a legal executive in family law. I currently do have my own small caseload, which is slowly building, which is great. So it's just expanding that really and going from there. I think if you're motivated and you are looking for a sort of flexible career-focused route in law, go for it. But it isn't always easy, it is stressful, but it is 100% worth it if you are serious about building a legal career without going through the traditional route. I will just add that the fact that you're working in a law firm while taking the qualification means you have really got the help and support of your colleagues who are qualified. So, if there's anything that you're really not sure on, they usually have the experience to help you with that sort of exam question. Really important. Really important. And I'm very lucky at my firm in that we do have a wide variety of great lawyers who are more than happy to help me. My manager, Hannah, she's our head of the family law department, and she's great. She is very experienced in family law, and especially with my family law exam that I've just taken in the beginning of June. I'm sure she's glad that that's over, because that's been quite full on for her as well, I think, helping me, because it's taken her back to her sort of university days, which she's been able to help me with, which I'm really grateful for. My firm is very forward thinking. They're always up for, trying new routes and things like that. So I'd say definitely just take the plunge and go for it. Our learning and development department is really enjoying working with Law Training Centre. I know that they're enrolling some of our younger members of staff onto different courses as well now. It's definitely something that I would recommend to people who do want a career in law without going the traditional route. And it is very flexible, and you're able to work from your bedroom, work from your home office if you have one, and even work from your garden. So yeah, it's really great for me.